My name is Brandon Tidwell, and I'm the Manager of Sustainability for Darden Restaurants. Our work today is about announcing a commitment with the Walton Family Foundation to create a new Fishery Improvement Partnership Fund. The goal of this fund is really to help drive investment in fishery improvement projects. There's a demand for over 400 of these around the country, around the world actually, but there's only 80 that are active. And so we really want to try to create a mechanism where companies and foundations and other interested parties can help to advance sustainable fisheries around the globe. Darden has been sourcing spiny lobster from Honduras for several years. And approximately 5 years ago, USAID and Darden partnered to help create the Global Fish Alliance in Honduras, and focusing on trying to effectively end the dive-caught practice for lobster. This is a practice that has created a lot of harm to the mosquito people by using inefficient equipment and inappropriate dives. We've seen a number of thousands of injuries, and literally almost hundreds of deaths. And so we've always been gravely concerned about the long-term health and sustainability of the fishery and of the fishermen who participate there. Darden only sources trap-caught lobster in and through our suppliers, but there has always been the nagging challenge that as long as the dive-caught fishery is open, it's always going to be difficult to really make sure the fishery is healthy. And so we've been working with in and through FHI 360 and USAID and this Global Fish Alliance to bring together a multitude of stakeholders to really try to create ownership and a plan for how we can close this fishery. We've sought through government policy and through advocacy to really help the government understand the imperative of closing the fishery. But unfortunately, just this past summer, both Honduras and Nicaragua requested extensions to their agreement to stop the dive-caught fishery this past summer. So unfortunately, we are in a situation where government policy is not an effective mechanism or tool, although we're continuing to move forward and trying to work with government leaders to understand why this is so important. What the fund will do is help to put funding into projects related to the traceability of the fishery on the trap-caught side, to the creation and potentially of an artisanal fishery that will help the local community to really create opportunities in a much more safe environment. And to make sure that the overall sustainability of the fishery, the health of the reefs, the health of the ocean waters, and the health of the species will continue to provide the supply that generates economic activity for that region. And so the goal is that we're trying to make some more direct investments to create alternative livelihoods and alternative pathways so that when the government has the will to act, that the people that are going to be affected by that closure will have some pathways to success.